So now we're really privileged to have Chef Stephanie of the American Heart Association, who's going to lead us in two make and take recipes that you can make with us and take home. I'll give you some of the ingredients. And the first one is going to be adapted a little because we don't have cooking facilities here. We can't make the salmon. But the salmon on this salad makes it a complete protein, a complete meal. However, your second recipe with quinoa is really high in protein. So if you have the quinoa with the salad recipe, you got your protein going on. You don't need your fish in case you can't shop for it. So Chef Stephanie, are you ready to take it away? Because we're ready for you.
I am here. I'm ready. Thank you, Sherry. Oh my gosh, I am so happy to be here on this beautiful Sunday morning, little breezy. And thank you, Dr. Insel. Those were some really wonderful tips. Yeah, I love hearing them. I can never hear them enough. And hello to everybody out in this beautiful audience. Thank you for coming out today and to the exciting JCC event with LifeBridge Health and the American Heart Association launching the new BP kiosk. So must be really exciting, and I'm sorry I can't be there with you, but I'm here and I'm going to bring you this fun recipe. And I know Sherry's been diligently running around and getting all the ingredients so you can follow along with me. And these two recipes are really lovely and they are totally easy. So I really want to just sort of dive right into them so we can get going, and maybe you can even get to nibble on one of them, the salad. So we're going to start with this phenomenal salad that has beets in it. Yes, beets. Raw beets. We're not cooking the beets. Yes, you can eat raw beets. They're sweet, they're delicious, and they are gorgeous. And we have a salad dressing, very simple, that's going to go with it. So I do hope that you have all of your mise en place. That's a fancy word for all of your ingredients laid out, spread out in front of you. Very simple ingredients. We've got sour cream. So I'm just going to jump into the salad dressing and get that over with first, okay? So because it's really easy. You've got your salad, your sour cream. I think it's about half a cup. Try to make sure it's the lower fat version. You know, we are all trying to stay healthier here. We have vinegar, a little bit of, just going to go ahead and put it in. Why not, you know? I have rice wine vinegar, but, you know, if you wanted to use a different one, that is completely up to you. I think it's a teaspoon, tablespoon. There you go. My exact measuring, right? It's not going to hurt you. It doesn't have any salt in it. That's what we love about it. I'm also going to put in some horseradish. We love horseradish. I do have
Stephanie, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No.
We are still handing out the ingredients for the dressing.
No problem.
So just two quick seconds. My God, everything looks delicious.
Take your time. I am not in a rush. Do y'all have your beets?
We are right. You can't see us. It's funny because it looks like you can see us, like you're almost in the room, but you can't.
I wish I could see you. I see a room with people meandering around, but not with these eyes. I can't see up that close.
All right, just a couple more seconds. We'll be ready.
Go ahead. Take your time. I'll do some show and tell. Check these out. Okay, I went to my favorite farmer yesterday morning, and of course beets are in season and I adore them, and she had some beautiful ones, and I am just a huge fan of the golden beets. You can see they look absolutely spectacular. So to use both of them in a salad is just the cat's meow. And I do hope you know, though, when you are dealing with beets in any fashion, they do stain your hands. So I do recommend some gloves. So if you have some gloves, they also stain your cutting board. So I don't know if you notice, I've got this 2 cutting boards here today because this one is basically disposable. and I don't want to ruin my other really good one. Now, she also had some really interesting, of course, here's a little, your standard cute little red radish. We love radishes. I wish I could have gotten more of a variety like that watermelon one, because it is spectacular. So I have some little radishes. She also had, and I'm honest, a black radish. Look at that. Look at these little, looks like it wants to walk around with these beautiful little roots on it. A black radish. Unbelievable. She actually went out in the field and picked me the beets because she had sold out. I mean, that's pretty special. It's Cottingham Farms, and she's in Easton, Maryland. So that's where I go. And then there's a white radish. She did, however, say that the white and the black radish are spicy. So I can't wait. Radishes are a little spicy anyway, but these black ones and the white ones are not as spicy. And of course, we know the red ones, I guess they have a little spice. I know when I was little, I thought they were a little bit too spicy. I did not like them much. But my mother did. So, she put them in everything. And I think when they're sliced really thin, that I'm hoping we're going to do, they're not as pungent, But if you're just picking up the radish and taking a bite out of it, that gets a little bit, ay. And then we've got some beautiful dill. Check it out. I have a nice big fresh dill. I mean, and if you don't have fresh dill, it's totally fine to use dry. Use what you got. I have never been able to successfully grow dill, but if you can, go for it. But I do love it. And I think it really pairs beautifully with the salmon. But even if you're not going to use the salmon, I would totally throw some of that dill on the salad anyway, because all, fresh herbs anyway are full of nutrients, that dark green. And we've got some beautiful greens to put this on. Again, I was so fortunate to be able to get some of these beautiful mix. I mean, if you want baby kale, that's great. I don't know what y'all got there, what you have there, but, anything greens, the more dark greens you get into your body, the healthier you are going to be, because they are so full of nutrients. And I love the Dr. Ensel talking about olive oil. Oh, I do love olive oil. I mean, even just a simple salad with these greens, a little bit of olive oil. I mean, you almost don't need anything else. Maybe squirt a lemon or, just a drizzle of some vinegar. It's fantastic. So I may just go ahead and cut up some of the beets then. How we doing out there, Sherry? Whatever I do, I'm going to get my gloves on. I actually do have a little bit of fresh horseradish. So I can't imagine that you have that there. So maybe I'll just go ahead and do that, because that's not going to stain my hands. And that's easy. I've never really gotten to use fresh horseradish very much. It sure looks kind of funky in the market. And I never really need that whole huge piece. So actually, when we were at the store yesterday, my friend went up to customer service and said, "We just want a little bit of that. We don't need the whole thing." And they nicely cut it for us. Cut off a chunk for us. So that's kind of cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and
pause. We're going to pause for 1 second.
Go ahead.
So the beets are delicious raw, and I learned this from Chef Stephanie last year. So you have a peeler to get them nice and thin. At home, you'll see the chef's going to use like a mandolin, but we brought a peeler, so it's much easier to eat. You can slice them very thin, you can try, but the peeler also will work, but too thick sometimes it's hard to eat unless you're a real veggie nut like some of us. So, okay. Thank you.
Thank you for reminding me. Yes, y'all have a peeler. I could also try to peel them myself. But let me just finish with this. I'm just going to grate a little bit so you can check it out. Nice and finely grated horseradish. Isn't that beautiful? It's like snow. So I'm just going to add that as a little garnish at the end. Where's my little container? Oh. All right, well, we'll put it aside. There we go. So the beets. I have some already here, and I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on, because you do need to peel them. I do not want red hands or yellow hands. I think you get 2 beets and you get 2 radishes. So I've got one big guy here. And I may use that one. And then I have a beautiful orange one. So first I really want to cut the end off. Now, and if you have, knives, I just want to make sure that you're using them properly. Just as a reminder, we use the pinching the blade technique. So I put my thumb on one side of the blade, close to the handle, and then I have my pointer finger on the other side, and I wrap my other 3 fingers around the handle. Okay, so this gives me control. All right, now I'm going to cut that other end off of this beet very carefully. Get rid of that. Go to the next one. My beautiful golden beet. Make sure you cut off enough. Maybe I'll do one more golden beet. They are so beautiful. Okay, just cutting off both ends very carefully. My other hand is just kind of straddling it. Okay, you can see my hands are already starting to get a different color. So now we just need to peel the outside first, okay? So just take your peeler, peel your beets. I may even try to peel it a little bit. Yeah, there's some wonderful, machines out there, tools. I'm a total tool gadget queen. The spiralizers are fabulous. Beets look really cool when they're spiralized, and like I said, you can eat them raw. So that looks really pretty in a salad, all spiraled, or you could do ribbons. And they're really not that expensive. All right, so this guy's ready. Put him back in here for a minute. Get rid of my skins. Now I'm going to peel my golden ones just the same way. I know, cooked beets are always a lot easier to peel, but we don't need to do that. Now what I usually do after I slice these up, I'm going to show you, is I put them in a bowl with water. And this helps get more of that dye off of it, and then sometimes it curls them a little bit, perks them up. They get all perky. And we're peeling. I love these kind of peelers like this. Y'all may have a different one, but if you get an opportunity to get these peelers, they're not expensive. They're Swiss peelers. You get used to it. I love them, and they come in pretty colors. So I like that too. All right. Beets are done.
Okay, Stephanie,
Yes,
we We love the beets. Everybody's like kind of amazed. And I'm talking about how you taught me that too. So everybody's doing the beets and they're looking at their radishes. And thank you so much because they're loving what you're doing.
Awesome. Thank you. And now I'm just going to get my radishes ready. And I am going to be really brave and try one of these black ones. Look at this guy. Is that not gorgeous? This is how you know it's fresh. You know, it still has all his little his hair.
That is gorgeous. I just got the red ones, but they're nice and big and fat and fresh looking also with greens. So, and I want to tell everybody here, all your vegetables have been checked and washed and dried, and don't worry, under very good and clean circumstances. Okay.
They have been soaked in the sink and yes, and rinsed and washed several times. Yes, I soak them. As soon as I get them, I put them in the sink, you know, and then empty that, drain that out because you really want to get all of the gook off of it. And it's great when you do submerge them, you know, anything you submerge in the water, any kind of animals that might be visiting come out. All right, so it's 2 radishes, right? There we go. 2 radishes, 2 beets, the beautiful beets. And then I've got the big daddy here. Hello. Just trying to keep it all on my cutting board so it doesn't ruin my other cutting board. Now, the fancy tools. All right, this is the one that Sherry was talking about. The Ben Renner, and they're really not that expensive. I get them, and I have been getting them religiously at H Mart. God bless H Mart. Now, I am going to do it over a bowl that has some water in it. Like I say, if you had some ice water, great. If you don't worry about it. So just put a little bit of water in here. I got a little ice over here somewhere. I think I'm going to start with the one that's going to give the least amount of dye. So I think that's going to be the radishes. You want to make sure that they're nice. That's a little thick. I want to go as thin as I can. You can see that on the overhead. What's coming out. The thinner. You could also do kind of a julienne, which I've done as well. Lovely. Boop, 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 boop. I think it's so cool that y'all are there today with a little cook-along. All right, there's one. Beautiful. The red one's going to be really pretty because of the red on the outside. Yay. You know, and if you see the watermelon radishes at the local store, even if you happen to go to the farmer's market, they are really pretty. All right, so here's I'm going to do one more. Just because my little radishes are teeny tiny. My mom always told me to go for the little ones. She said they're sweeter, you know? The babies. We like the babies. Same thing with turnips. She said, always get the little ones. Okay. And voila. I don't go down all the way. I gotta taste this guy. See how good he is. Oh, he's lovely. Love it. All right, check that out. Those are done, and now I get to do my beets. I may have to separate them and do the red one in a separate bowl. Get some water so he doesn't dye the beautiful golden one. We don't want that. A little more ice. we go. And don't worry if you don't have ice. I'm just used to doing it. All right. He might be a little bit too big. But that's okay. I'm prepared for that. Because I have an even bigger one. This is the Big Daddy. Okay, you want to make sure it's nice and thin. The Big Daddy. Let's check you out. You can see all of the water is going to be turning red very quickly. Still too big. Good thinner. Good thinner. Trying to get it as thin as possible. See how that works. No, too thin. Oy vey. Obviously, I don't use this one as much. Yeah. Because he's a pain in the neck, this one. Okay. Still, it's thick. You know what? I might just go back to my other one. So you can see how messy this is. Yeehaw. And whatever you do, don't use one of these at home, unsupervised. If you're, investigating, they do have one of these little things that you can stick in it, like, to protect your fingers.
So Stephanie,
Yes,
I
dear.
got a mandolin after I took your last class. And of course, despite that holder, I, decided some of my fingers should be in my salad. But then I bought gloves on Amazon that are like safety gloves that you can use with the mandolin. So I just wanted to share that with you.
I remember you mentioned that. I have never used the gloves. This guy, he must be old, and he is one tough bugger. So, let me... And, of course, my cutting board is moving around all over the place. Let me attach it to my body. And this usually is a little bit easier. Oh, it's coming off now. I don't usually... Okay, you're just too big. I hope y'all aren't having so much trouble with yours. They're stubborn. I guess these organic beets are a little harder. All right, how we're coming? See the mess? Okay, you're going in. Not as thin as I would like, but so be it. Should have used the baby one. My fault. Would be more tender, right? All right. Gosh, that's a mess. You are a mess. I'm going to rinse this off because I don't want to get that on my my golden one. Yes, now you can see. Beets get everywhere, and that's why it goes into the bowl. So it can bleed into the bowl, and it won't bleed all over your salad, which is nice. Look at this. Can you grab me a paper towel, please? Look at these guys. They're going to be so much more cooperative. Oh, God bless you. Thank you. A little more water. Oh, look at these. These are really pretty. Pretty. Thank you. I'm making a mess. Don't you dare get on that other cutting board. Okay. There we go. Yellow beets. Golden beets, whatever you want to call them. Much better. Look at that. Okay. You have to taste it, If you taste it, you're going to be super amazed at how lovely and sweet, crunchy, not, and delicious it is. Trust me, I didn't know about this till I was a grown woman. Like, what? Raw beets? Okay, I'll try it. All right, this is getting down kind of far. Better safe than sorry. Keep going. And y'all get to take this home, too. Yum. All right. How's everybody coming along? There we go. Boop, boop, boop. All right, so this is enough. I'm going to snack on this one. I'll taste the yellow one. Super delicious. Super beautiful. I don't think I put any ice in that one, did I? Let me give that yellow ones a little bit of ice. Ice, ice, baby. And I have my lovely paper towel. Thank you. Contain the mess. Should go anywhere. So that's super. I've got the yellow, the red. I bet the water, all of the, the dye that comes out, is probably pretty healthy to drink if you're thirsty. A little bit of beet juice. Maybe save it to make a little bit of borscht. There we go. So look at all these pretty colors. That's the other thing that makes this salad so desirable. It is just incredibly colorful. All right, does everybody have their salad dressing ingredients?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Because that's going to be...
We're actually almost finished our salad.
You went and did the dressing before me?
Well, kinda. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So then you already know. It's got the sour cream. It's got the horseradish. I dumped that in.
We had to
there.
use red horseradish, so ours is a pink salad dressing, but it's
Oh,
really pretty.
cute. That's cute. I love that. And it does get a little bit of salt and pepper, I believe, just a tiny bit in the salad. And now let's not forget our dill. I really want to have some dill on top. Do y'all have dill? Just gonna pick the stems on dill are not very, I'll get rid of these guys now, are not too woody, but you wouldn't want to eat that part. So there we go. Don't need a lot. Got my little garbage over there. I might as well just cut it on here at this point. You can see I have some salmon that I actually did poach last night. And you don't have to do it, but there's also wonderful salmon out there in these packages like this. So you could just use this, and that is marvelous too, and they're really affordable. All right, so I got my fresh dill. Well, now I gotta catch up to y'all. Sounds good. Done. Goodbye. Here are my beautiful greens. You can see. And I'm just gonna put some of my radishes, gorgeous greens, the beets, mix it all together. Just draining it a little bit. I have a cloth here. Oh, maybe I'll use a paper towel. Just mix this up. Now, if you dress your salad now, it'll be a little bit soggy when you get home. So you may just want to take your beautiful pink dressing home with you, and you can just drizzle it onto your salad when you get home. Okay? Paper towel? Thank you. You read my mind. Pretty much. Seems like so many beets. Like that. It's going to feed a lot of people. There you go. Voila. I think I might just go ahead and put this on a plate for you. Let's see how pretty it's going to look. Plate right here. Got your beets moving around. There you go. Some yellow ones.
Ours is a little different, but yours is really beautiful on our AHA private food channel.
Oh, I love the name of that. Yes, your AAA.
AHA.
AHA. Okay, yeah, it's a Sunday morning.
Just so you see how Stephanie is presenting it, but I like ours. It's good.
I'm sure yours is beautiful.
And if you put a piece of poached salmon on the top, that should give
Exactly.
recipe. Yum.
So there you go. Don't forget, now I'm going to drizzle a little bit of this. It's a thick sauce, I'm going to make mine a little pinker. I really like that pink idea. Okay.
Now it goes with hearts.
It does. You're brilliant. All right, I have a little ladle here.
Stephanie, this was my dream, was to be your assistant. So I literally feel like, I made it.
You did. You are assisting me, and I really appreciate all of your help. You're just incredible. So we're just gonna a little bit of drizzle here. It's really thick. Is yours as thick as mine?
It's a little thinner because I measured out the rice vinegar a little generously.
Which is fine. Okay, and then what about that dill? Okay, so we got
We did the dill. We've got dill.
Beautiful. Can't have too much.
Never too much dill.
Really is nice. Okay, I got carried away. There you go. Salad. Finito.
Well, is that like a gorgeous Passover lunch? No, really. Isn't
Right?
that perfect? It's beautiful. Beautiful. And not hard and not really expensive, Well, salmon these days, but,
Well, the salmon actually, we always recommend if you see it on sale, it's frozen, buy it. I mean, you can really get some good deals.
Costco, people, Costco.
Frozen, and even when it's, pre-portioned, that's even better, and it's so, it cooks so quickly. It's a no-brainer.
Look at guys. Look at right there. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, it's so pretty.
Okay. Yeah, I'm hungry, y'all. I might need to eat that. But you don't have to have the salmon you don't have to keep it in that form. You can, like I said, you can use the chunks, from this. You can use a can also, nothing wrong with that, right?
Rinse it so it's low sodium, of course.
Always. Yeah, I mean, always.
So we're getting ready for our next recipe. So I just want to let you know,
Me too.
finding low sodium tomato sauce was a little hard, but
I was hoping you'd
I
mention that.
found a box of, what was it called? I learned how to read the labels. And so they had literally boxes of, what's it say, Aaron? It says Palmy organic chopped tomatoes, but really they're not. No, they weren't chopped. No, the sauce we got.
Palmy. I love that brand.
So there was no added sodium. So even though it didn't say low sodium, if you take the cans to be heart healthy, read them all and find
Always.
what's best, and it worked out. So we got the good stuff. We're good to go.
I'm impressed.
Strained tomato, palmy organic strained tomatoes, 100% fresh tomatoes, and sodium is actually only 5 milligram. So we're good. Yeah.
And it's a 15-ounce container.
It's
yeah?
bigger. It's like 28 ounces.
Ooh,
So I gave
you'll-
everything. Yeah.
You'll
So
have
it's,
some extra.
yeah, got a lot of extra. But I mean, the sodium was really good and it didn't say it. So we got it. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I was shocked because it is hard to find. Don't give up. Keep looking, exactly like you did. You know, if you need tomato sauce, get the tomato chunks. You know, and put them
Exactly.
put them in the blender. It's
Yeah. Or just make a chunky quinoa lasagna.
That sounds great. I found a no salt added tomato sauce. I couldn't believe it in the 15-ounce can.
Nice.
I know. Totally affordable. 20 milligrams of sodium in a quarter cup. Just
We
to give you
got
an
less on
idea.
our palmy. Ha ha ha.
If you're using a jar of tomato sauce, be very careful. Because even when it does say low sodium, you know, or lower, I think that's the term they use now, lower sodium, it's still got a lot in it. This one is 380 milligrams for a half a cup.
Ooh, that's bad.
That
We are
is
ready. We got our quinoa. We got our zucchini.
Okay.
Quinoa's all made. Zucchini, basil, low sodium, tomato sauce. We are raring to go.
Me too. I got my quinoa right here. Okay, so you know what you need to do is to slice up your zucchini. How big are your zucchinis? I was trying to figure out what is it's 1.5 pounds. I know y'all are using a smaller amount than I am. So like it's like 2 big ones was 1.5 pounds. You know, but I think that what did I say? I like the little baby ones. So I guess I'm not going to use the big ones. Goodbye. I'll use the 3 little small ones. Got another one back here. Again, you're gonna use the peeler for these. So let's go ahead. Make sure they're well washed. Okay. That one, I guess we missed. I always cut off the end. I cut off both ends, okay? Both ends. I save all that. Hopefully y'all are composting as well. This is a little dirty. Oh, if you could rinse off my mandolin, I was going to use that again. Thank you so much. I have a lovely sous chef in the background here too. Sorry, you're using the peeler. Have y'all started peeling the zucchinis? Or if you're very talented, you could slice them really fine. Just a little one. Thank you. Marvelous. And it doesn't have to be super fine. Seriously. And y'all are lucky because Sherry already... There we go. Nice.
We have peelers, or you can thinly slice. Any way you want to do your zucchini, but do it lengthwise. You want those nice long slices like Stephanie's doing. Watch your hands, Stephanie. Oh my God, you're making me scared. Ah! Don't do what she's doing. Don't do this at home, folks.
I am a professional chef. Yes. I have been working with the mandolin since they were invented. Okay, just kidding. I will slice one with my knife. And actually,
And the peel is fine. You don't have to peel your zucchini. Don't peel your zucchini.
Oh yeah, don't peel the peeler.
Yeah, just use
So
the peeler
many
for
nutrients.
slices or knives.
Are in the outside, like carrots. You know, all of the nutrients are like in that outer layer of the carrots. Thank you, sweetheart. Here we go. Got my peeler. Check that out. Peeler works beautifully. I hope y'all are having an easy time. And if your zucchini is too fat, you know, you can turn it. Just always, you know, make the food work for you. Take off a little bit on the end. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Any way you want to do it, it's all going to work out. So I have actually fresh basil, which I want to... How many zucchinis do y'all have? I think this is going to be enough. There we go. Put those in a container. You can roll them out on a towel. We do not recommend that you put salt on them because we really are trying to stay away from the sodium. And it really isn't necessary because I think the quinoa is going to be able to absorb plenty. Now I have fresh mozzarella, which I love. If you can't get the fresh one, it's fine if you have the other already shredded. It's just the pre-shredded has lots of other ingredients in it. I know the fresh is always a pain to shred. It kind of shreds itself. This is why I don't do it too far ahead of time. Yeah, it puts, they put starch in it. Potato starch. They put cellulose in it. Because otherwise, it starts to stick together. But it doesn't melt as nicely, and actually it doesn't taste as well either. It does not taste as good. Now this one, you know, is a fresh one, but you can also get the lower moisture ones. Just try to make sure it's the lower fat, you know, lower percentage. 2% skim milk. I love touching mozzarella. I love mozzarella. And of course, it's usually less expensive to grate your own cheese. So keep that in mind. You may look cheaper, but remember all that stuff they're putting on it is increasing the weight. They're cheeky out there. They're cheeky monkeys. I don't like that. So always compare. And I actually learned that from somebody else. I did not come up with this. I was like, there's what? And she's absolutely right. All right, so that's beautiful. Got my mozzarella. Now I need to cut up my fresh basil. I just want to show you. I'm going to pick the leaves, these beautiful leaves, and I like to lay them on top of each other. Just going to show you a fancy dice. It's called a chiffonade. But whenever you are cutting up basil, and again, if you're using dried, don't worry about, it's fine. Or those wonderful little frozen cubes now, you know, of fresh herbs, frozen fresh, that are in some of the stores out there. None near me. Okay, so now I have a nice, beautiful little pile. Check it out. And I'm going to roll it up. Roll it. Okay, like a straw. Make sure your knife is sharp when you do this.
Oh, she's rolling.
And cut it as finely, as thin as you can. And I'm scooching. You can see my other hand is curled over. So the knife is only touching my knuckles. And I just scooch back slowly. This is an awfully large pile.
That's a good kind of knife. We don't have those good kinds today, so everybody just watch it. Okay.
I just wanted y'all to see how to do this.
Technique.
Yes, exactly. And it's a chiffonade. If you use a dull knife, heck, you could just rip it apart with your hands. That's fine too. Just the dull knife can often turn it black. So we're putting all of our herbs in with our tomato sauce, right? And then we're mixing the tomato sauce with the quinoa. So I've got my quinoa already done over here. It's going in. And I believe we've got some oregano in the recipe. I have a little bit of fresh oregano. Again, just to show you, dried is fine. Actually, I use dried most of the time, but, and if you're using the fresh, use a little bit more. So take the leaves off. You don't want the stems. There we go. But I bet you there's still a ton of flavor in those stems. I know I save the stems when I use thyme. All right, so we got a little bit of oregano. I'm going to chop that up. I believe if you're using the dried oregano, I think it's about a teaspoon. There's plenty there. Voila. So the more fresh herbs you're going to add to your lovely sauce that you're mixing in, it's going to just boost up the flavor, okay? That's one of the reasons we love the fresh herbs and spices. Of course, I always like to kick it up a notch with a little bit of red pepper flakes. I'm a huge fan of red pepper flakes. They taste so good. Here we go. Switch. All right, cheese done. Now make sure you take out a half a cup, reserve a half a cup of your tomato sauce, okay? Because we want to put that on the bottom, and then we're going to put some on the top. Okay, let's do this over here. Half a cup or a quarter cup. All right, there we go. Saved. And now I'm going to dump the rest of it into the quinoa. So this was 1 cup of quinoa. Now I used the red quinoa. The quinoa comes in a couple different colors, you know, and it's mixed, you know. You can get the white ones, you can get the red ones, you can get the red and the white mixed together. And as Sherry was saying, you know, you're going to get a load of protein from this. It's fantastic. And, you know, it's not a bean, it's a seed, which is really cool. I did not know that. And there's a lot of it here. Okay, now I'm going to pour the rest of my low sodium, very low sodium sauce in. Oh, hello. And mix all of that together. Remember, I put some aside. So we've got some aside. Say goodbye to that. I don't need this either. Mix that all up together. I thought the red sauce would kind of go well with the red quinoa. So this is going to be awesome. You're going to build this here, and then you're going to be able to take that home, pop it in the freezer, and then you can bring it out. You won't have to cook, you know, for Passover or whenever you want. Or if you can't wait, you know, eat it soon.
Quinoa, not quinoa. Stephanie, I just missed this. You're using the multicolored or the red quinoa?
I'm using the red quinoa.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you didn't mix something in. Yeah, I love that. It's gorgeous. Really pretty with that.
That's what I thought. So yeah, you use
like
the
that
pink
too.
horseradish. I use the red quinoa.
I got what they had at Costco, the pre-rinsed organic quinoa, and they didn't have red, but anyway, I saved money for LifeBridge Health.
Good for you. That's important. Okay, that's gorgeous. That's ready. Done with that. Got a great assistant. Got to get my pan out. And we are ready to build. Are you ready to build? I'm ready to build. Very exciting with my beautiful mid-century Danish dish. And it's a perfect little size. So what I want y'all to do is half of your tomato sauce that's not mixed, that we reserved, just spread that Hopefully y'all can see. Spread that, just half of it on the bottom of your dish, okay? This is going to help with the non-sticking. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Spread that around. And now we're going to layer the zucchini. Put a layer of zucchini nicely over that, right? This is cool. I've done this with eggplant. I've made like a layered eggplant melanzana. Same premise with the tomato sauce and the cheese. And my family absolutely adores it. Yeah, like I said, so you want to use a third here. I think that's about a third. And then we're going to spread half of our, let me get my spoonula. What did I say? It's like I never write these down. I just usually just sort of do it by osmosis. Here we go. Spread your quinoa. Sprinkle, spread, whatever. I'm using my hand because it's just always easier. Sorry. The hand is really one of the best tools in the kitchen. So let me lose my cheat sheet. Half of the quinoa? I think so. I can't see. I love how it looks, and I love the fact that it has that little crunch. Yeah, I tried a recipe. We talked about a recipe, you know, with matzah, but this is just so much more exciting and interesting, and I can't wait to try it. Can't wait to see how it holds up, too, you know? Right, so is that the zucchini, the quinoa. Half of your quinoa. There we go. Okay, now I need another layer of zucchini. Oh, no, cheese. A third of your cheese. Don't forget the cheese. I will forget the cheese, and then I would be very upset. Third of your cheese. No more, no less. I may want to get some more black pepper. Now my hands are a mess. Going through paper towels here. What the heck? A little extra black pepper has never hurt anyone, right? It's also really good for your digestion. It actually, you know, releases enzymes. More layering, 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 layering. How's everybody coming? You probably beat me, huh? You're done already, aren't you? Gotta step up the pace here. Okay, I hear something. Sounds exciting there. Beautiful. Remember, save one more layer for the top. That's the zucchini. Okay, I think this is my last addition. Plop this in. Last amount of the quinoa. It's wonderful. It doesn't have a, you know, any kind of a big binding.
It looks even better when it's big in a casserole dish like Stephanie's doing. We have a little like half foil pan just so we can figure it out, but it looks really pretty like that.
It is really pretty.
And she's using red quinoa, just so you know.
Any color quinoa is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, that's especially pretty.
But it would be interesting with the white one. I just thought it would be a nice, you know, blend.
Yeah, the tricolor. Yeah, no, I love it. It looks like ground beef, and maybe you can fool somebody.
Right?
And then they'll bite into it. They'll be like, what the heck?
We're going to do this again. This was just our, it's just your dress rehearsal. Did you
Another third of the cheese. This is a really decent amount of cheese, y'all, which is really nice.
I just took mine that I used. Put it away with my basic stuff.
And we got the AHA approval, so we know this is a heart-healthy dish.
Great event.
It's healthy just on so many levels, really. You know, you could even do it on a meatless Monday. I mean, I love that. Okay, now last layer of zucchini. Now, knowing me, I should have saved my most beautiful pieces.
I was thinking the same thing. You're in good company.
No, but it's okay. You're going to be putting cheese on top of it. It's cool.
I know. That's just the food stylist going, why did you do that?
I only put sauce on top.
Why'd you do that?
Oh, maybe it's sauce on the top. No, I don't know.
Yes, no, sauce and then the last of the cheese.
I didn't put any cheese. Let me sprinkle a little bit more cheese. Then it'll be delicious.
It's okay. We can be creative. Love her. So we have a partnership with
You can always be creative. You can do it in whatever order you want. I'm running out of zucchini. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Yes, these are all the ugly ones. That's okay. They're going to be covered up, right? I got all the its and bits and pieces. But we love you. You're beautiful anyway. Just the way you are. All righty. The dribs and the dribs.
Do ours look like hers? No. You need a blue casserole dish, people. Really, that's the thing.
Yeah, I'm always on eBay.
Oh, that looks good.
Looking for beautiful.
It does.
dishes.
It makes a difference.
Well, I used to
pan.
have an oval one like this,
Ooh.
and
What
it
happened
was
to
my
it?
mother's, and it just
Oh,
really
no, man.
bit the dust. And then when I saw this one with the Danish design, I was like, hi.
I love it.
Mine.
It looks great. Okay, sauce and cheese. man.
Saucin'.
Who you having over today to eat all this?
I have my husband. I have my sous chef.
Okay.
My daughter, hopefully, will.
What do you think
some.
about freezing this, Stephanie? Does that work? Like,
Absolutely. And you know
Okay.
what? I am going to, actually, maybe I will just freeze this one.
before
so I can-
baking? Before baking or after? What do you think?
I think you can, I don't see why not before
Okay.
baking. You know, what's going to happen?
You think after? Okay. We got opinions. Okay.
We all have opinions.
Either way. Great
How about
Passover
this?
dish.
Let's compromise.
Great Passover dish.
Partial bake.
Oh, yeah, I like that idea. So it doesn't get too watery.
Partial bake.
You want to eat it fresh? Okay, you can eat it fresh. Go for it. You got dinner.
You could eat it like this, y'all.
I've been eating raw stuff all morning that we've been doing.
I mean, you can eat the zucchini
Yeah.
raw. So,
Here we go.
yeah, you don't even have to cook it. How about that?
Oh, for those raw people. Nah, the cooking's so much more like comforting.
They could press it, compress it like they do some terrines.
That looks gorgeous.
slice
That's
it.
gorgeous.
There we go. You'll have to forgive me. This is not the Television Food Network here today. I did not make a fake. I did not do a double. I apologize.
No, we love it. We love it. We're not worried about that. We love it.
I really wanted to,
two
but I'm just-
recipes, so we're good. Wow.
Pretend it's going to go in the oven. There we go. What the heck?
We are good. We're a little behind schedule, but we loved having you.
Oh, I'm so
And
sorry.
somebody take that picture. Can you take that picture for me of both Stephanie and of the other camera? Yeah, we got it. We did record this, so.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you so much.
Now when I want to do this next year, you can sit at home and I'll just put it on.
There we go. Hey,
Oh, you need a big round thing like that. Oh. Okay. Okay, we're
always
going to.
recommend fresh press.
Stephanie, thank you so much. Round of applause. Woo! We loved it. I can't wait. Oh, that is amazing. Thank you so much. We're all going to be eating this like today and then again on Passover, of course. But I can't thank you enough. I'll be writing you behind the scenes, but you were great. We love you so much. Thank you.